Good morning and sliding into afternoon. Judy Allan here, known as Nana, San Antonio, Texas, with Zoe and Nana Stamping. And today we are going to be using some cardstock that I gave to all my customers. So I'll show you what we do with it, and I'm adding a couple of alternatives, but we're going to be using the stamp set from this month's, this month's Ho 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 Paper Pumpkin Kit. Alright, with that, let's go down to the hands and let's get going. Let's do this, because it's Friday. It's time to get ready for the weekend, right? Alright, we're going to have some weather changing, hopefully. So this is the kit, and I am going to be using some of the stuff from the kit, and I'm also adding. So this is cardstock. Sweet Sorbet is the color that I gave my customers. To be my customer, you just sign up for Paper Pumpkin. And we're going to be using this. This is actually one of the envelopes. Last week I showed you how we cut the envelope. Did the same thing again. Instead of using this side though, I'm going to use this side. And I'm going to stamp on it. And I've also got some little flat bell trinkets we're going to be using, which are very nice and cute. And then this is the linen thread, which we've had in previous kits. It's just some leftover, alright? So it's all from Paper Pumpkin except for the flat bells and the extra cardstock there. But I like to show you that because there's always choices and options. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've already set up my stamps. And I want you to see how close I put them together. See if I can I put Merry Christmas right there together. And the way that I did it is I just lined it up on my paper here. And actually all you can do is just line what you want up on your paper where you want it. And I got them as close together as I got. And then I just took this and I just came down on it to do it. Hello, good afternoon, Ashley. And hello, Jennifer. Yes, please be sure to say hi and all. Because next Friday will be Freebie Friday. So we're going to get something away next Friday. And you know we give away things on Sunday too, right, Ashley? Last Sunday. So whoop whoop. So all you got to do is put your acrylic stamps down where you want them. And I just took my block and put it right on top. And that way it fits just the way I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and ink both stamps up at the same time. So for me, it not only saves time, but I get it exactly the way I want it, right with them right there together. So I just have to tap 3 times. And I'm just using my bigger stamp right here just for where I could do it easier and quicker for us since everybody's in for the need for speed. Alright, and I'm going to just stamp that. Okay? And it's Merry Christmas. And I'm going to sit there and set this aside because I'll need to clean that block. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Santa and the reindeer under the Merry Christmas. So I just put them under the block. So if you do kits, even with Paper Pumpkin, through time you'll accumulate extra blocks, which is great because for me, for example, I can set them up right here and go ahead and set up more than one at a time. Okay, so I have to still clean my stamps. But I was just trying to make this simple for you here. I'm going to clean them right now. I'm not reusing them. This is a chamois, simply chamois, and it's just damp or wet. It's not really wet. It's really more damp. It was wet, and you wring it out. It's just like a regular chamois you might use in your car, except this is spongy like for your stamps. Alright, so all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to add some of the linen thread. And I'm just going to let it be loose. If you just let it go the way it comes off of this here, you'll have like a really loose. And I'm just going to use a glue dot to put this down. And then we're going to put bells on top. And then from there, then all we're going to do, I'm just going to tear off a piece of this because I'll have several on here. So everywhere that this is, I want it to be loose, just so like the sleigh is just going through the sky, right? So I'm just going to sit there and put a glue dot here to hold it down. And then I'm just going to put a bell over it, okay? So it's not going to really matter. You know, people say, well, you got that glue dot there. Yeah, I do. But I'm going to cover it with a bell, okay? So I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. For me, that is small stuff. So I'm just going to let this go loose over here. And so just wherever it dips is where I'm actually just doing this. I'm actually putting a glue dot with it. Let's see if the glue dot came off of that one. It's more attached to me than it. So just like I said, I'm just going to do this. It's a glue dot to the string. Yes, in case you guys didn't see, this weekend is On Stage Weekend. And for us demonstrators, that's where we get to see stuff in advance. Alright, so I just need one more glue dot. And then I'm just going to trail my bells, like I said, right along. So if you saw my post, I shows the new catalog for the public comes out after January 1st. I want to say it's around the 4th, but you get it in the mail. So if you wanted one, mail it to you and you'd get it before then, right? Okay, so we're just going to put a few bells here. And I can stick this on here right here. And actually I was planning on using a total of 5, but we'll go ahead and at least get one on each one of these. And the nice thing about the bells, just reminds me of the jingle bells, right? Because this is what these are. These are flat jingle bells. You know, and bells just don't have to be on straight, right? Because bells are sort of like the sleigh. They sort of just flow. And then for these, I don't have a glue dot on them, but I can put a glue dot on them. And that way it looks like it's attached to the string, but I didn't really attach it to the linen thread. I just sort of made it look like it, right? Because if you thread it through, then it's going to be, it looks nice, but you're going to have to make sure they lay flat because they just won't do that on its own, right? So I'm just going to put that there because it looks like it's got a little bit there. Alright, and then I just had the 5th one here. So I'm going to put it right here. And then we have our 5 bells where it just looks like they're dangling there together. Which the thread's just loose, and it can be loose, and it just looks like that, right? And then I'm just going to use adhesives to anchor the bottom corners of this and put it on my cardstock, and I've got a card. And I'm going to at least trim the thread there, right? I don't want the linen thread going with us through the whole process. I can always trim it afterwards. Alright, so I'm going to put a dimensional here on all 4 corners. And then we'll just have a cute, fun card that we just added some things from the past. And really and truly, the only thing I've added additionally is cardstock, which I provided to my customers at no charge. It's just free. It's just a perk, right? It's just a perk for being one of my subscribers. And the bells. I didn't send them bells. The bells is up to them. But I definitely do the paper and the kit, so there you go. Alright, and there we have it. We have a cute, fun holiday card. So, let me know what you think. But there we go. Merry Christmas. And if you haven't seen it, we're also making cards for kids for the holidays, for Hanukkah, New Year's, and Christmas. So, there you go. Quick and simple, easy stamping. So I hope you enjoyed that, because that's what it's all about, right? It's all about, you know, creating, sharing, and giving. And that is just a simple, quick, easy way to create. I've just taken items from the box, trimmed them. That was actually an envelope that I trimmed. And then I added cardstock that I gave my customers. And then I turned around and just used the linen string from past kits that was leftovers, and then I added the bells. And I used those beautiful stamps. So there you go. Simple, quick, and easy. So go out there, create, share, and give. And if you want to sit up there and make cards with us to give to the children in the hospital, message me and I'll get you the details, all right? So be blessed, and I look forward to seeing you next week on Zoe and Nana Stamping. Teach me Nana, right? Always trying to teach you something new and different. So you can follow us on YouTube. We'll have the video uploaded there later, and we'll also have the pictures posted on Instagram and Pinterest. Be blessed, and look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.